Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? This is Kim Site doing another Victory Sunday. On Victory Sunday, this is when I give you my most raw, unfiltered version of me because I love sports and I like talking about sports. So you will never know. We're going to talk about football, basketball, maybe even a little bit of NASCAR, or even some hockey. And speaking of another sport, y'all, on today's Victory Sunday, what I just want to talk about is, y'all, if y'all don't know, yo, Michael Jordan actually has another three-peat, and it's not even on the basketball court, y'all. This time it's actually on the racetrack. If you don't know by now, his racer Tyler Reddick, if I'm saying that correctly, Tyler Reddick actually won three straight races to start the NASCAR season, and that's the first time that has occurred in any point in any NASCAR season, y'all. If y'all don't know anything about me, y'all, this is gonna be a fun fact about me. As a kid, I used to watch NASCAR, so like it wasn't by choice. I used to just go to my granddad's house and watch NASCAR. So I got a little bit of knowledge about NASCAR. I don't know too much about Tyler Reddick, but I could just tell y'all, like, when I say Michael Jordan's the owner of a NASCAR team, we just talking about like some of the big owners like Hendrick Motorsports, Rouse Racing, and Joe Gibbs. But yeah, if he's part of his team, then pretty much he just basically sponsoring the cars and making sure they had the cars to be provided. And so pretty much like his racer, Tyler Reddick, won three straight races at Daytona, which is the biggest race, and then at Atlanta, which is a pretty big race, and then some road course in Texas, which I believe. But yeah, he killing it, and y'all. And also on this topic, he actually had four people when you look at it because Michael Jordan filed a lawsuit in 2004. I mean 2024, and he just recently in 2015 in December won that lawsuit against the NASCAR. So he's actually won four straight in a row. So it's like, damn, he's kicking y'all ass in NASCAR. A black man kicking a white man's ass in NASCAR. Ain't that some shit? A black man kicking a white man's ass in NASCAR. So let's give a round of applause to Michael Jordan for kicking NASCAR's ass. But on another topic, y'all, as we all know, it's March Madness this time of the year. We know college basketball is big, but also college sports is big. But on this topic, I just want to talk about is, y'all, if y'all haven't been seeing it, Brendan Sorsby, I hope I'm saying that correctly, has since the University of Cincinnati has filed a lawsuit against him for I guess owing some money on his NIL, which is pretty much $1 million. This is not the first case. This is not even the second case. I know another recent one is Darian Mensah from he was playing for Tulane, then he went to Duke, and now he transferred over to Miami. And pretty much in his case, like they didn't disclose it, but he had to settle for his case because he had signed a 2-year, $8 million NIL deal. And then there was another case where Damon Wilson, he played for Georgia, then he transferred over to Missouri. Now he at Miami. But yeah, Brendan Sorsby, he got a lawsuit on his head for $1 million, which he got to owe Cincinnati. And it's just crazy to me that like, yo, like these college athletes are not fulfilling their obligations to their contracts. Like, yo, once you sign your name on the dotted line, like, yo, once you breach, like, there's no going back. Like, once you breach a contract, then you owe some money. So, like, these youngins, like, they also need to understand that, like, yo, like, understand the importance of signature because they're coming upon a lot of money. They coming upon a lot of obligations. And once they sign that contract and put their name on the dotted line, it doesn't matter. You got to fulfill that obligation. And to me, it's just that, like, also, it's just like, I get it, like, with the transfer portal and stuff like that, if a coach leaves and stuff. But man, if your coach is still there, I get like one strike. But damn, man, like I seen it like recently, or I seen it a few times. You heard about it, like 30% of the D1 college athletes was in the transfer portal. Like that shit is crazy to me. Like yo, like these guys are just jumping team to teams. Like yo, you're not even getting fulfilled coaching. Like I heard it a few times where it's just that like yo, like people say like yo, how they gonna develop the players if they not getting coaching? Like you got to learn the system. And like I said, like I get it, like the coaches transfer, because like I always say as a coach, you can't never expect Peyton Manning to run Lamar Jackson's system. So why you expect Lamar Jackson to run Peyton Manning's system? So I get that part. But what I don't get is just like, yo, if you signed on to this team, yeah, I get it. Like if things go extremely left, or you want to go to a new team, cool. But if things ain't going too left and you just not getting playing time, work your ass off and get on the fucking field. Like it is a thing called development, and a lot of these guys are not getting developed just because some of us on their damn selves, and that's just that. On another note, NFL free agency is coming up, but they are doing trades, and as y'all can see, I got my NFL jersey on. So I'm gonna talk about three big trades that have transpired recently. Trent McDuffie was traded from the Kansas City Chiefs to the Rams for I know like 2 first round draft picks, some draft compensation. Montgomery was traded to the from the Lions to the Texans. I actually got the jersey on. Shout out to the Texans and Tyra for signing this shit. But yeah, he was traded to the Texans for a lineman and some draft compensation. And DJ Moore just recently was traded from the Chicago Bears to the Buffalo Bills for a second round pick, and I think they did like some draft picks, trade swaps. But to me, like I get out my favorite trade, my least favorite trade, and then I get the other one. But my favorite trade was Trent McDuffie to the Rams because I think that's the best fit. Like the Rams needed cornerbacks, as we can see, like they were getting torched in the NFC Championship, so they needed that. And it seems like the Kansas City Chiefs, like they're trying to get money off their books, and they're actually like possibly being like a retoolage. I'm not gonna say rebuild because when you got Patrick Mahomes, you actually more like in a retool. It's like you just revamping your team up. So it's like this is what they just doing. Um, and one thing I did notice and what I've heard is like, yo, like Kansas City like to trade away their young draft pick cornerbacks and stuff like that. And in the cases like they traded Marcus Peters to I think the Rams. They traded Ladarius Need to the Tennessee Titans, and now they traded McDuffie to the Rams again. And it just seems like they always trade them to their hometown team. So I'm just hoping that on a little bias side that the Kansas City Chiefs draft Mansour Delane, and then eventually like they trade him to the Washington Commanders. That's just my biasness. But yeah, I actually like that trade the most because like both teams, like the Rams in a win now mode and the Chiefs in a retoolage mode. One I dislike the least is the Texans trade, just because not necessarily for them picking up Montgomery, but it's for the fact that like yo, I just talked about how if you want a cornerback, go to the Kansas City Chiefs. If you want linemen, apparently you got to go to the Texans because they're getting rid of all their goddamn linemen. Like I'm feeling scared for CJ Stroud. Like I'm hoping like eventually like he don't get CTE because goddamn like they done traded again, bringing up my Commanders. They done traded Tunsil to the Commanders, and they traded another lineman to the Lions. It's just like, yo, like how y'all gonna have a good team if y'all don't have no linemen? Like we seen it in the Super Bowl. Like eventually, like not having linemen gonna get your quarterback head drop in the goddamn ground. So that's just my opinion, like on that. And the just a little brief thing about the DJ Moore trade. I think it was a okay trade. I think for both sides, like if you the Bills, like who you gonna give with your second round draft pick? You probably ain't gonna get nobody on his level. But on the other side, the Chicago Bears, like yo, like you got young talent already. You got Ondunze, and you got the other dude. I like him, and you got the other tight end, and like so, like it pretty much was a fair trade. I think DJ Moore, he's like a mid tier one, high end two. So it's just like I mean, for a second round draft pick, I mean, yeah, that pretty much just kind of sums it up itself right there. And on a bonus one, I know we do 3 topics, but I'm actually doing a fourth topic. Recently, y'all, Caleb Wilson just broke his thumb and now he's out for the season, man. If y'all don't know, like even I'm a diehard Virginia Tech fan, but North Carolina's like my second favorite college basketball team, and so like this is kind of like a little bit devastating. But like I said, he broke his thumb, and like to me, I don't think they would have been a Final Four team, but they had at least Elite Eight as their ceiling, and and possibly Sweet 16. But now I'm just thinking like, yo, I don't think they're gonna get out of it like the second or third round. But yeah, man, I don't know. It might be over with for the North Carolina Tar Heels because like they play good at home, but they play mid at best anywhere else as far as like neutral or on the road. So this is my take on that. And with all that is being said, y'all, this is Kevin Sides doing another Victory Sunday out this bitch.